Good afternoon and welcome to Audiotree Live. Today is Monday, May 15th, 2017, and we're excited to have with us in the studio the Obsessives.
Baby, I can't remember the last time I pleased you. Baby, can you remember me making you feel good? I watch these guys climb a mountain. And where does God live? Where do they go? You can't know, it's not for us to know. You can't know, it's not for us to know. Whoa, whoa. Feeling wild tonight. Been listening to Surfer Rosa. Feeling like a child tonight. Been listening to Surfer Rosa. Every once in a while, I have this dream where the car won't start. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? I don't know. You can't know, it's not for us to know. You can't know, it's not for us to know. Whoa, whoa. Feeling wild tonight. Been listening to Surfer Rosa. Feeling like a child tonight. Been listening to Surfer Rosa. Pick me up at 5 tonight and take me somewhere nice. Let out all the stops, I'll give you advice. I feel violent tonight. I really want the car to crash. The last time I pleased you, baby, can you remember me making you feel good? The last time I pleased you, baby, can you remember me making you feel good? Feeling wild tonight. Been listening to Surfer Rosa. Feeling like a child tonight. Been listening to Surfer Rosa. Feeling wild tonight. Been listening to Surfer Rosa. Feeling like a child tonight.
You're watching Audiotree Live. We're in the studio with the Obsessives. Thank you guys so much for being here. Why don't you go ahead and go into that next song and then we'll chat after.
Don't ask me what I know, 'cause you already know where Jackson and I are gonna go. Where Jackson and I are gonna go. I don't want to be
is Audiotree Live, and we're in the studio with the Obsessives. What is up, everybody? Thank you very much for being here.
Thanks so much for having
y'all
us.
look and sound great. Yes, you're welcome. I would like to know the first time that you did the 420 version of Surfer Rosa. Do you remember?
Okay.
Do you remember like how that created?
Yeah,
that was the
I
intro for
definitely-
those who
definitely
don't know.
remember.
Okay, yeah, tell me.
So, the inception of 420 Surfer Rosa has to come from actual 420, which was
Right.
the last day we had to practice before the tour began.
Okay.
And we were practicing for the tour in D.C., where cannabis is recreationally illegal.
Yes.
And some people in the band took a special cookie, per se.
Okay. Yes.
And we were like, let's just run the set before this kicks in, because we should have about an hour.
before it slaps
Exactly.
you. Right.
Exactly.
Right. Got
Before
yeah.
you get hit by the proverbial train.
Yes. Yes.
But we were like, the set's 30 minutes. We can probably run it perfectly. And then I was like, by the time we get to Surfer Rosa, we're not going to be able to play. And so we get to Surfer Rosa, and we were all like, okay, we can't practice the set at all. But we decided instead that we should just make a version that we
could play in that moment. Yes.
could play in that moment. And that's the inception of 420. Surfer
That is
Rosa.
awesome. Do you open shows with that now? Like, do you tend to play it or
We'll
no?
like line check with it sometimes.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think anybody gets the joke yet, but
Yeah.
maybe after this they may.
Yeah, now they'll know. This
Yeah.
is how the story gets broken for sure. Would you talk to me a little bit about touring as a 4-piece for a long time and then setting up this larger band? Yeah, just what was the concept behind sort of shifting from the 2-piece to full band setup?
Yeah. I would say that the 2-piece setup was more because Jackson and I didn't have a ton of friends in high school.
Fair enough.
So we needed to figure out a way to like make it sound like full for 2 people.
Sure.
But once we got out of high school, we decided that we wanted to make a record that had more than just like guitar and drums on it.
Right.
And that was this last record we just made, The Obsessives, our self-titled. And when it came time to tour it, we were like, we got to do this baby justice.
Yeah.
So that was really it.
Very
It was just
cool.
we wanted to do the record justice, and we had a lot more ideas for this record than any of our earlier ones.
Very cool. Yeah, I listened to an interview with a dude from Echo Bass. Where you were
Yes,
talking kind of about
yes,
history and that
Miguel
kind of
from
thing.
Echo Bass.
Yes, a very cool band, by the way. But a great quote is, I think you said some kids peaked in high school, but you guys trenched in high
Yeah,
school.
we
I
trenched
love
in
that
high school.
joke. Like, it's like way down and then up.
High school was definitely our trench.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Well, look, now you can only go up. As far as like involving these guys, did you, I don't know, invite them over to jam with you or like find them on Craigslist or like how does it
so
happen?
these are all old friends of ours.
Very cool.
Jess, who's on keys and guitar, was like one of the first friends we made when we moved to Philadelphia after senior year of high school.
Cool.
And Jess kind of like looked out for us the whole year and made sure we weren't trenching again.
Yes, again. Yes.
So that's how we knew Jess. We knew Andrew from Andrew's other band, the Super Weeks. Evan and
Oh,
Chris
very
from the
cool.
Super Weeks, they did our last record.
Cool.
So we were all hanging out together a lot, and we toured together. And we know Jordan from our way back in the day on the internet. Jordan and I became friends because we were both like humongous Weatherbox fans.
Oh,
so
very
we found
cool.
each other on the
in
internet.
like blogs or whatever.
Yeah.
blog.
And when we
sphere.
were like 16, we became Facebook friends, and then yeah, Jackson and I, like every time we went to California, we'd play with Jordan's other band, Big Bad Buffalo.
Very cool.
So that's how we all know each other.
Great. Well, welcome everyone. Why don't you go ahead and go into that next set?
Totally.
When you're ready.
I don't know if I am who my mother saw hosting that party, friends surrounding me.
watching Audiotree live. We're in the studio with the Obsessives. You guys can go into that next one when you're ready.
One thing ends, where do I go? Sitting on the back porch, looking out at the sky. See a solitary red light glow. I guess my dad smokes.
You're watching Audiotree live. We're in the studio with the Obsessives. So I know that you took a gap year. Was that like between high school and the last, like was that still during high school or between that and potential college?
We graduated high school class of 2015, so it was right after that.
Okay.
We did like a DIY full US tour right after we graduated, and then we got back from that and moved to Philly for a year.
Okay, cool. And as far as like that choice to, I guess, do music, you know, full time. Like, how was that received? I'm curious by like your parents or like other people in your family, you know?
Yeah, great question. We've definitely been talking about that a ton on this tour, like among the band, but it's been a huge process.
Yeah.
And like it's still going. But after high school, we had like gotten into college and the plan was to just go.
Okay.
And then we were like, well, we should probably go to Philly because there's music stuff there. And we really wanted to make like another record and just see what like a full year of committing to it would do.
Yeah.
And then after that year was up, we actually went to college last semester.
Okay.
We were there for the fall semester at 2 different schools.
Got it.
And that was just not the move.
Okay.
At all.
Not recommended.
Just,
not
for us at least.
Yeah,
I'm sure it would have been amazing for some people.
Sure, but not for you.
We're more about this.
Yeah, right. And so then being there, then you just decide. Did that help establish that you had made the right choice on some level, being at school for a semester?
Yeah. Yeah. Because we got there and we were like, this feels wrong.
Yeah, I don't want to be
deeply
doing
wrong,
this.
and we want to just be making another record.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. And a theme that I've seen pop up before is this idea of like you guys really taking it seriously, treating being a musician like that's an important choice, like taking it seriously. Would you just expand a little bit on that?
Yeah, totally. I think that Jackson and I as musicians probably have slightly different perspectives on it.
Sure.
But for me at least, like just the whole process of making music is really like kind of confusing or like mystifying, I guess I should say, because like the songs kind of just come out of nowhere and then all of a sudden they exist. And Jackson and I talk about this all the time, but it's kind of like you make your whole life about music, and then what are you even writing the songs about at that point?
Sure. Yeah,
it's
you
like,
can only write about being on tour.
Being on tour and like
playing
being
your
in the
guitar.
studio recording or just practicing. But for us at least, it's more, it was that pattern of seeing us taking it seriously was more a way of like affirming to ourselves that this is what like we were meant to do.
Sure.
And like plenty of people are meant to do plenty of things, you know, but this is what we were supposed to do, so we figure like that's what our life should be about.
Right. Jackson, do you care to comment or agreed?
Jackson, the man of science.
Totally agreed. I'm definitely a man of science.
Yes,
that's
very,
the joke.
Very nice.
As far as writing songs, it's definitely addicting.
Okay.
And once you are on that track, it's hard to stop, and like, that's where my head is at, and where it's going to continue to be at for as long as I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Absolutely.
It's just all about making some things.
Yeah. Great. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for sharing. You guys can go into your next song.
The first time we met, you approached me, and an accurate preface to this starting with you asking me what I was reading, and if I ever sought solace in lonely places like my room. Ever since then, all I do is think about you. Now this friendship has grown into a sad display of what I would do candidly on tape to make you see that I could be the right person to turn you and I into we. It seems quite frankly impossible that my writing would ever affect you like the way you buried me under mountains of mud. Nothing
Audiotree Live. We're in the studio with the Obsessives. I would like to know if you can remember what your first concert was. If anyone has it. I can say it. Mine was Weird Al when I was in 8th grade.
Mine was also Weird Al when I was in 6th grade.
Yes!
Wildwood Boardwalk,
Where is that?
New Jersey.
The Wildwood
great.
Boardwalk? Are you serious?
Yes.
We played there with our School of Rock when we were like 15.
Yes.
School of Rock tour.
You shared a stage with Weird Al.
We shared, yeah, we played the same stage Weird Al played.
That
I
is
have a
awesome.
really good one.
Yes, tell.
Bon Jovi and Nickelback
Oh,
at Giant Stadium.
Yes, how old were you?
I was like 14 or 15. I was really stoked to see Nickelback. I didn't want to stay for Bon Jovi at all, but then Nickelback just sucked a lot, obviously. But I stayed for Bon Jovi, and they actually really rocked.
Yes. Was that a you choice or like a dad or uncle choice?
It was like my mom's friend had free tickets.
Okay,
and we were
yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah, very nice. Others? You?
Yeah, when I was, I think, 9 months old, my parents took me to see some like iteration of the Grateful Dead.
Okay, cool.
My parents were both Deadheads, so I've seen them like a plethora of times.
Now that's deep in your bones.
Yeah, I'm like constructed of Grateful Dead residue. Yeah.
Supposedly, Grateful Dead shows have the best acid, so it's probably more literal than you would imagine, I suppose. You too?
The first concert tickets I bought with my own money,
Yeah.
we went to go see Deadmau5 together.
Okay, whoa.
Yeah, it was really epic. We were it was 9th grade.
Ninth?
And then 2 months later, the first like rock show we went to was
Yes.
Say Anything.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
very cool.
The sidekick.
With the Sidekicks.
With the Sidekicks, yes.
that
Oh, yes.
tour with
Mutual
Murder by
love for
Death.
that band.
Yeah.
That band is
And I-
The
awesome.
I got the
Sidekicks are like one of our
drumstick.
favorite bands ever.
Oh,
After we
yes.
saw the Sidekicks, before that, we had just started the Obsessives like a couple weeks earlier,
Yeah.
like a month earlier
Sure,
probably.
sure.
And we didn't know what we wanted our music to sound like, so
Yeah.
we sat down with my guitar teacher, and we were just like, how do we do this? Like,
Yeah, how do we sound
be a
like
band?
that?
How do we
Yeah.
sound like? Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
they have this one song, 1940s Fighter Jet.
Yes.
And we covered that for one of our shows, and then after that, we were like, oh,
Very cool.
open tunings are really chill.
Yeah, this is
And that was like the
nice.
next 3 years of our band.
Very cool, very cool. And so then was that kind of your foray into, I don't know, like this scene, like being on tour with, Sorority Noise and Sine Vessel and
Oh,
Matt
yeah.
Kirkus, bands like that,
Oh
right?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was really obsessed with Say Anything. They were like the only band I listened to besides the Beatles from like 6th to 9th grade.
Okay, cool.
And then after going to a show and seeing that like there are bands that all sound kind of like this,
Yeah.
and they like tour together and stuff,
Right,
we were
right.
like, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Are you still a Say Anything fan?
I
do you still
hadn't
follow?
listened to Is a Real Boy in like a year, and we
Yeah.
just bumped it in the van the other day, and I can say I am a huge Say Anything
It's
fan
a
still.
really, really great record.
It's
Like,
unreal.
Flawless.
Yeah.
Flawless.
Flawless.
There are no parts of it that are bad.
Not a flaw.
Great. Okay, you guys can prepare for your last set, and I will say that the newest release, The Obsessives, self-titled, is out now, and they're on tour with Sorority Noise and Fourth Wonders. Or is it over?
It's there's a week coming up from June 13th to June 16th
That's
with
it.
Shannon Moser, us, Fourth Wonders, and Sorority Noise.
Very cool.
And we are so stoked for it.
Yes, and then other tour plans or record plans in the future that you
A
care to
lot
share?
more stuff is happening.
Okay.
And we're working on it.
Okay,
A lot
very
more
cool.
music coming.
So just go on the internet and find the answers to that.
Just Google the internet.
Turn on water once in
Audiotree Live. We're in the studio with the Obsessives. Give us your last one.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's been a real pleasure.
I question my validity when my consciousness is undefined. My body's barely a body, brutal and I'm supple at best. We should drive to Baltimore, you don't have a curfew. So it'll be when I get bored of you, bored of me. Get bored of you, you get bored of me.
You're watching Audiotree Live. We've been in the studio with the Obsessives. You can get their self-titled record out now and check them out on tour in June. Go to their website, Bandcamp, whatever else to find other tour news and updates. Thank you so much for performing for us.
Thank you guys for having us.
Thanks to awesome people in the studio and sound engineers, camera and lighting crew. Thank you very much. Thanks viewers for watching. You can support the band by downloading or streaming the session when it comes out in a couple of weeks and send a shout via social media to us or them if you just want to connect. From all of us here at the Audiotree Studios, thanks for tuning in. Goodbye. Hell yeah.
Whoa, cool. Damn, y'all killed it.
Thank you very much, everybody.